Corn dogs on deck. Welcome to our life.
Yeah, spit on it.
Hey, cue the intro music. No intro music, sorry guys.
Hey y'all, this is just Chris Starr. Big mouth seats. Normal ass Carl. And you're listening to Grown Folks Business. Grown Folks Business? Yeah, like your mom used to tell you, stay in the grown folks business. Well, shit, I'm grown. I'm grown. We all grown. And this is Grown Folks Business.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, that was great.
You hit it.
That's how you know.
You hit it right on the dot. What's happening, guys? Episode 61 of Nothing Loose Podcast. I'm Tony.
Joey.
And Roy.
And that was a perfect 10 by Nipsey Hussle on DJ Mustard's new album. And I think on Friday I texted you?
Yeah, the 28th it released.
I texted you, I'm like, hey, you listen to Perfect 10? And you like, that movie?
Yeah, I was like, what is that? I was like, is that a TV show?
I'm like, no.
Perfect 10?
And then it's instantly like, I think he ran into listening to it because I said it's Nipsey on it, so he ran into it.
Yeah, like as soon as you texted me, like, no, it's that new, Mustard just released that track with Nipsey, and I was like, what?
Like, I haven't listened to it.
Cue like the record skip. I was like, what? So I listened to it, yeah.
It's fire. Like, it touched the soul. Like, we were in Vegas, and then Jen was watching me, like, repeat it, like, at least, 10 times before we left. Like, and just kept going, and it puts you in the feels, it puts you in a vibe, it's something you can repeat, and it just keeps you, like, different feelings. I don't know, what do you think, Rory?
I haven't listened to it fully yet, but
Wait.
What?
Wait, we're just talking about this one song. You listen to Perfect 10, the song, right?
That's the album. Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the album.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, the song I like a lot. It's just, words can't describe.
Yeah.
What I think is the best part, two things.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, I really like how throughout the entire mixtape, Mustard incorporated a lot of like string instruments. Like there we just heard a guitar.
Yeah.
Right, for that one. But other one, there's like violins, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love when you combine hip hop with like string instruments, orchestrated instruments. I love that, right? And another thing that I really love about the Nipsey song is that it felt incomplete.
Right.
Sort of like, how his death was so sudden. There's no verse after the first verse.
Mm-hmm.
It's just him talking about stuff in interviews.
That's true.
That was pieced together. So I feel like this song, if I'm getting into like a deeper meaning, was like almost Nipsey himself.
Yeah.
So it was incomplete. It wasn't finished. Like he still had business to tend to.
There's a little more.
Yeah, but it's his legacy and his wisdom moved on. I especially like the part where he was like, we gotta, revisit the way that we handle disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that so much. Great song.
And then shout out to the YG for
protest.
Protest
songs, yeah.
But there's also another track that he's on. I guess I googled because I was like, it's the only song that I was gonna leak later. But I guess he's on a Master P track too, so that'll be interesting. So Master P is the last one that got him to record. I don't know. Yeah.
Wait, like.
That's
Like,
make him say,
yeah.
That's gonna be
What?
Yeah, so that's gonna be different. So
That's gonna be dope.
we see when that comes out.
Lil Romeo's dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Master P?
Yeah.
Romeo.
Yeah.
Or Romeo, I guess it's just Romeo now, right?
Yeah. Took the little out. He was the trendsetter. There you go, man.
Yeah.
He was the little before all the littles came.
Was he?
Well, Bow Wow.
No, Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, Bow Wow was before Romeo, and I think that waned because Hot Boys released in like 98, right? Or like 99.
Yeah, so when was the first one then?
Yeah.
when-
Every time I come around, they say that bling bling.
when
That was the
came
joint.
out.
That was the joint. Or the block is hot.
Mhm.
Yep. I don't know.
What would be your rapper name?
Mine, it would be Lil Corno.
Okay.
And then, Corno for shorto. If you wanted to. We got Corno on the beat, and then it's just me.
Oh, like when you get older?
Yeah, exactly. So when I started as an amateur rapper,
Little corn.
Lil Corn Dog,
Mm-hmm.
I might even get like a little avant-garde with it and be like Lil Corn Dog Blue,
Yeah.
and then switch it up.
Okay. Or you could be like Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa has this.
Look at his face.
Wiz Khalifa has the Wiz Khalifa name when he's a rapper, and then he's a DJ Daddy K. Tate or
DJ
Daddy something.
Cat.
Daddy Cat when he's a DJ.
DJ Cat Daddy.
Yeah.
If
So,
I
like-
was a producer and a rapper, I
Mhm.
would rap under Lil Corn Dog, but then my producer name would be Daddy 69O. So then a track could be like, you know, Daddy 69O
track.
featuring Lil Corn Dog. It's me featuring me. Like,
So stupid.
What would be like your signature? Like you know how DJ Khaled is like DJ Khaled,
Mhm.
and then
It would be
Buster's
like
Yeah.
like what
yeah,
was
it's
your,
like the intro would be like
intro?
corn, and then you know it would just drop the beat. Yeah.
You really thought about this.
No, that just
Yeah,
came
really.
right.
I think you like inner like you really wanted to be. Everybody was in front of the mirror in 8th grade thinking they can spit.
When I was in
Yeah.
8th grade, or no. When I was in 6th grade was when Eminem released Lose Yourself, right?
Mhm.
And everybody wanted to be a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You only got one chance. Oh my god. Like,
You're in your closet. I'm
all
cleaning
these-
out my closet. One more
my
time.
God.
Saying I'm sorry, mama.
that was like, I'm sorry. Eminem might be like the most sellingest rapper of all time, and you know, he's a genius, all this stuff. I just don't like his music. I just like, there's like, whatever.
At all?
Not at all. I mean, there's not like
even growing
one.
up?
Well, growing up was a different story. Like the original Eminem before he turned into like Marshall and like got weird with it, you know? The original Eminem, great. Like
Pre 8 Mile then? Or after 8 Mile?
pre 8 Mile, yeah. Like the last song I really liked was Without Me.
Okay.
This looks like a good job for me, so everybody just follow me. You know that one.
Well,
That
didn't
one
he
for me.
also go into like? Well, he went back to his band, D12.
Yeah,
So.
D12.
I found
yeah.
my band.
D12. Uh-huh.
These chicks don't even know the name of my band.
And there's a beef. Oh, there's a beef with that too, wasn't there? Like he put him to the side and he didn't really care about him and developed them.
Yeah.
And now there's a G Unit beef.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I
Who knows?
slightly remember that.
Young Buck put out a track dissing 50. And there was a meme today, and then there was a meme today on Twitter because Instagram was down. So if you're listening to this,
that makes sense.
This is what day is it? Fuck, it's Wednesday. Instagram was down, so you're listening to this a week later. But anywaes,
I
Instagram
thought
was down.
that I just ran out of damn minutes on my phone. I was like, shit.
I got no data.
Pay as you go. Like, I ain't going.
I got no data, but one of the memes was like, so 50, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp owe you money too?
Damn.
You know how you've been tagging everybody that they owe money and stuff like that. And so, like, I guess I didn't listen to the Young Buck track, but he dissed him on that too, like saying why are you chasing everyone for their money?
Young
You
Buck
owe
back in the
people.
day, he had a track that was pretty big when I was like in early high school. I can't remember what it was, but whatever.
Yeah, man. So how's everybody been?
Good. I just heard that entire slurp of your drink right now on the mic. that was in HD quality. I heard the suck and swallow.
That was
Damn.
1080
from a Dre's Club
probably.
coming from Las Vegas right there.
Yeah.
Shout out Vegas.
You and Jen just went to Vegas.
How
Yeah,
was
man.
that?
Time of our life.
How was being in Vegas being older now?
It definitely you definitely see what you used to do, and you're like, I can't do that no more. Because like when you go out and drink, and even now, like when you're 21, you're like, oh, I can drink the whole bar and I'm straight the next day. But now it's more like that's gonna hurt tomorrow, or like I should pace myself, and I can't keep up with these people that are actually drinking more than me. Because you go to Vegas and you're in a playing field that people that go there drink their whole life, And knowing me and Jen, like, we don't drink really, like, what? It's all about his fit life, man.
Exactly.
Never drinks, not at all. Don't catch him on a Saturday night.
Sometimes. Depends.
Don't catch him slipping.
Depends on the weekend.
Before this interview, him and like Jen were in the corner just talking about clubs and like Las Vegas tips. So
Exactly.
Wow.
yeah, he's the it. So it's 6 years running that I've been going to Vegas since I turned 21. I hope to continue it, but Jen said that you're gonna continue this forever. I'm like, yeah, but at some point I'm probably gonna do like older people shit. Like I'm probably gonna go on a Doom
See
buggy.
a show.
On a Doom buggy, see a show.
Go to Celine Dion.
Or just like visit every buffet and be like, fuck it, let's get fat.
That's like,
That's
I mean,
what I do.
that's literally.
What do we do?
I mean, yeah. I mean, fuck, all you can eat steak and lobster for like $6.99. Yeah.
$6.99.
That's before you
More
get
like
to Vegas.
69.
69?
60.99.
No, 6D 99.
D is not a number.
6D 60 99.
6D 99. What is
Oh my
this?
God.
An algorithm?
6D. 6D.
6 deep. I don't know. Roy, you went to Vegas recently.
Yeah, I went probably like 2 or 3 weeks before you guys went, and we pretty much did what you guys were saying. We went to a show, went to the buffets, and just ate our lives.
You know, like the older crowd or?
Oh, just my family. Yeah, my brother doesn't drink. My mom doesn't drink.
Damn.
My dad, sort of, kind of, but
So when did you sneak a drink in?
at the buffet.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get free drinks with that? Or what?
No, for like an additional 15. We went to the Caesar's Palace buffet.
Oh,
So
you
for
went
like-
to a Bacchanal?
Bacchanal, yeah. So for additional 15, you get unlimited beer and
Hey,
wine.
Bacchanal, like Roy was doing big things.
I feel
That's
like
like $80 plus.
I feel out of touch
65.
right now because I have no idea anything about Vegas. The only times I went to Vegas was for like Olympia, and then the other times that we extended the stay, we had like a what was that shit called where you can rent like an Airbnb,
What's that shit
you
called?
know? So like, we were staying in like the residential area of Vegas, and then we would just sort of like party at the house because it was a really nice, cool house, had like a pool and shit. It was fun. And then you know like late night we would go to the clubs, but like I never got to do. Yeah, like I've always wanted to go to Hell's Kitchen, right? That
Joey,
you know.
we should totally go for our birthdays.
I'm down to go.
In November?
Yeah.
That'd be better just a club instead of a pool and club. That's hard, man. Like
Yeah, oh my
it
God.
takes a lot out of you.
Well, it didn't look like it because your damn Instagrams and shit was you having a great ass time. So.
As you can tell, my story was really quiet though. Like I didn't show you everything.
It got
You showed a
quiet.
lot. I saw a lot of Tony nipple. So.
Hey, the nipple's real. The nipple came out to play.
So Tony, with that, and Jen too, like, do you guys prefer day clubs or nightclubs?
I prefer day club.
Because
I can hear that whole slurp. It's really turning me on.
You can chill more. You're like in your vibe. You can feel the music. Somebody's not rubbing on you. Like a club is cool and all but after a while you're tired of that same guy jumping around and.
The last time that I went to a club was Park with you guys.
On
And-
New Year's Eve.
No, after. We went one recently for somebody's birthday.
Was it?
Who were we with?
Whose birthday was it?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It was a birthday. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a birthday. It was somebody's birthday, and like we went to party. I think it was your birthday.
Maybe or it was a Joe's. I don't know.
It was Joe's birthday.
It was somebody.
Yeah, it was somebody. But that, I mean, like.
Sorry if we offended whoever is in there.
Yeah,
But
right.
it was
We
your
totally
birthday.
remember. Yeah. No, but
Facebook will remind us. I'm sure. Yeah.
that shit wasn't. It wasn't really like a good time. Like the crowd was weird, right? And like the music, that DJ, he kept playing 30 seconds of a track, and then as soon as you would get into the track, he would switch the track, and that was super annoying. It would be like you would get to your favorite part, and then it's like a new song, and you're like, what the fuck, you know? So that
Beat
was.
drops and everything.
Yeah.
The day club is more my scene because like it's something different. You don't get that the whole year. You only have to wait for the summer for that. You know.
Yeah.
You're at a pool, so you're already having a good time. You have a nice drink with you. You're sipping slow, unless you're me and you're chugging and you're too deep.
is that what happened?
The thing what happened was it's $45 for this cup to fill, and I want to get my money's worth, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink it.
Is it like free refills too?
No, it's not.
Well, then what the hell are you doing
No,
chugging? You
so
better
check
sip
it. So
that.
check it out. When I was younger,
Made it last the whole
no,
weekend.
no. When I was younger,
We broke.
on the 21, 22, and I used to go to rehab. So rehab close too. Rehab
Yeah.
Hard Rock. I used to go there. They used to actually refill your drink. So you would buy the drink, this bottle, $45.
That was $45.
Back then it was probably like 40 or whatever.
That's like 12 ounces.
24, 28.
The hell?
So anyway,
The hell it's not. No.
Okay, so
To be
anyways.
fair, like I paid like $45 for that, and I got half the cup of tequila.
yeah,
It
Jen
was
was
hot.
all tequila.
Yeah,
Like
so
they watch you and they just go like, "What's happening?" And then
They just
they
pour.
fuck you up. Like people are. You should not go to Vegas and actually do the double. I mean, you shouldn't
Double up.
double up. You shouldn't double up. You should just do the day club and then you chilling the rest of the night because doing that
Go
is
to
just
dinner.
a marathon. That
The marathon continues.
Marathon continues.
Speaking of marathon, my guy Roy.
oh, you signed up for one?
No, but he hooked it up with a marathon shirt.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, my
He
music
like,
editor.
yeah, he like got some freebies
Freebies.
because of his
Man,
job.
You know how hard that was to get people? People bought shit on the day Nipsey like died, and they didn't get it till like barely recently. Like I saw people posting.
Yeah, I just got mine yesterday.
That's cool. You got the white one.
I got a long sleeve black one, and on the side it says Marathon Clothing, and then it has the TMC flag right here.
I just want the box one. Where did he get it?
I got a royal blue, and it says the marathon on the front, and then on the back it says the marathon clothing.
But then you
like,
know that it's real because it has the Marathon Clothing tag in the back.
And then
So-
also on like one of
You
the
got it
because
in blue and not in black.
well shit I didn't pick it, but
Beggars can't be choosers.
you know me.
It ain't Joe
You
Ball.
know.
This might
It
be
ain't your
this might be your next Instagram post with this on.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I mean, shit. If there's any reason to take a photo and post it, it would be because I'm repping Nipsey.
Okay.
But the super cool thing is like one of the tags that's like embroidered on the bottom of the shirt.
Mhm.
You like on the front it says like marathon clothing, and then if you flip it over,
Yeah.
it says something. I can't remember what it says, but it says something on there. It's
Like a line from a song or something else.
No, yeah, like something cool and like motivating. It's like 2 words. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
but
it
That's all I wanted.
That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Yeah, no, super dope tee. Really excited for that. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. It was just, don't thank me, thank the music editor. So shout out to Matt. So,
Well, Matt didn't give me the goddamn shirt, so I'm gonna thank you, Roy.
well,
It didn't fit Roy. That's what he did.
yeah, it didn't.
One day, when Lil Corno takes off, I'm gonna take you with me.
Hope so.
Oh my God.
Speaking of glasses, does Jen even know that I wore her glasses the entire podcast last time?
She saw the video.
I saw the video.
She didn't leave one comment about those glasses.
No one did.
Didn't they hurt
No
your
one
eyes?
did. No, because they're not.
No, so those are my
Those are
my play ones, and these are my real ones.
Well, I had fun playing with them.
like rubbing his ears, like didn't get anything. He's weird and everything, all that jazz and all that.
Yeah. Yes, tell me more.
Tell me more.
Roy?
Sorry.
Jesus.
Nasty girl.
Hercules.
Oh my god.
Do you miss working with him? Let's be honest, Roy.
Joey? Do
Yeah.
I miss working with them?
Are you glad
No,
he's
I
gone?
don't.
No,
I'm just kidding. No, I do. It's just, we never, I don't know, we were in different departments, so like we would rarely see each other. But
Every single day I worked there, I would always go to Roy's desk and I would just tap him and I would ask him if he was doing okay.
yeah.
Tell me you don't miss that shit. Call me dad.
I don't.
Call me dad.
I don't.
This is the same shit you would do at the gym too. Like Joey would come up to me at the gym, he's like, "Are you alright?" I mean, I'm fine. Like, sure. Like, you don't look so fine. I'm fucking working out. Bro. Like, what do you want me to be like? You want me to be smiling and shit? Like,
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
No, but I could tell. Like, I could tell something's up. Very sure.
Yeah.
But then you do it to Joe, and then it's like,
Shut the fuck up. Leave me alone.
leave me alone.
That's my weights.
What's on the docket? What you got? What's on your mind?
So check this out. My hopes and dreams came true.
Yeah.
Ask me what happened.
What happened?
What happened?
Somebody posted a recipe for a hot Cheeto corn dog.
Oh. When are you gonna make it?
I don't know, but the recipe is super easy. Yeah, hot Cheeto crusted corn dog.
All right.
My 2 favorite
That
foods
sounds easy.
you sound easy. Anyway, my 2 favorite foods right now incorporated.
What do you mean by he sounds easy?
I don't know. It just
how does somebody sound easy?
I don't know.
Like,
It
let's
just
pause right there.
it
real
just
quick.
came to
like,
me.
how does somebody sound easy?
It just
I
came
know about
to me.
look easy, but like sound easy.
All I'm saying is, whenever Roy talks, sounds like a sex operator. Hi, this is Roy.
You're making him feel uncomfortable.
Look at his
You're
face.
blushing right now.
No, really though.
Anyways.
Hot Cheeto crusted corn dogs.
Mhm.
This will be a thing by the end of the summer.
Okay.
That's all I have to say on that. You guys have anything to say on that?
No, where did you see it on Facebook?
Yeah, somebody posted it.
Are
Are you
Well, I
gonna
want
make it
some.
actually, for real?
I'm gonna make it. It's like
Hope it don't burn.
5 ingredients. It's like hot Cheetos,
Yeah.
flour,
Okay.
egg, hot dog, stick.
Yeah. Don't forget the stick.
Don't forget the stick. The only thing is I don't have a deep fryer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Oh.
We got you.
You have a deep fryer?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Actually, you could probably
You
take
can
it.
take it. We don't use it.
We don't use it.
Scrap your 4th of July plans because it looks like we're corn dogging it up.
So it's gonna be like 4 corn dogs. All over it. Be okay though.
All burnt. Like,
You might want to practice before you hand over. What if you bring that to like a freaking housewarming? Like you know how like we're older now, we go to people's housewarming and you bring them that. What do you think their reaction is?
If it's anything less than excitement and joy,
Yeah, I can't be friends with you.
then I can't bless that housewarming with my presence. I gotta go.
Have you
Hope
ever
your-
left the housewarming?
hope
Have you
your
ever left
pipes
any
burst.
party?
Have I ever left any party? No, I'm still partying from 2019. I'm over here.
It is 29.
Oh, damn it, you caught me. I'm in a time crisis. No,
No? But have you ever like, okay, so let's, how about this? Like, have you ever been to a party where you're like, I don't want to go, and then you show up and it's like, you actually don't want to leave?
I've been to parties where like I don't want to go in the first place, and then it ends up being like an okay time.
Okay. So
And
you just
then-
stick out for the average time you don't like.
Which is why, like, if you don't want to go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
it's best if you don't bitch about it, because then if you end up having a good time, your friends aren't gonna give you shit, right? Because if you're like rolling, like let's say that when we used to go to F6,
Yeah.
you know, let's say that the whole time I was like,
We
oh
went
my
one
God.
time, and like Joey feels like we went like every weekend. Like I swear, we went one time.
We went all the time.
We went one time.
Definitely
I
2
fucked-
times.
No, we went one time.
Definitely 2 times.
I went twice. I went once with you guys and once with Jen.
Okay, we've definitely been to Onyx a trillion
Yeah, there
times.
you go. You can say that.
All right.
Like, that was the spot.
So, let's say one of these times we were going to Onyx, I was like, oh, I don't want to go, and then like the whole time I was like, oh, I don't want to go, and then I go, and then it's banging, I'm having a great time, I'm dug in, I'm doing the Harlem Shake, everybody's clapping, they raise me on their shoulders and they carry me like a true champion.
No.
Then you can clown on me, you can say, oh, I thought you didn't want to go, you know, but if you don't say anything and you just kind of suck it up.
But you're more as a person that you're set in your ways. Like when you say I don't want to go, you're not going.
True.
So it's
Yeah.
different for you.
Uh-huh.
I'll go just because that person invited us and I extended the invite. Like okay, I got to show presence.
See, like, I'll do that for specific people.
Okay.
You know, like, most of the time, I'll go if you invite me,
Mm-hmm.
even if I don't want.
I
said most. I said most. I said most.
It's debatable right now. Jen's not saying anything, but I'll.
she just.
I said most times. That means 51% is all I need to be most. But
Yeah,
most times I'll show up because it's like, alright, like, Tony wants me to go, I'll go.
Alright.
But other times, if I don't want to go.
Let me ask Roy. Roy, when you invite him, does he show up?
For the most part, I would say.
For the
Yeah,
most part. Alright.
I would say.
51. You get your 51%.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's just harder now because like you want to go somewhere, you want to hang out with people, and you always like. I think we're at that point where we tell people, yeah, just hit me up when something's going on, and I'll be there. And, you know, and then they tell you, and it always happens to be at that time when you can't make it, or it's like you already had plans to catch up or do something else.
yeah, see, like, that's
So
like
you
my
hate
whole
to do
thing.
that.
Right.
Is like spontaneous plans, it's gonna be a no.
Yeah.
You know, like if you hit me up on a Saturday night saying, hey, let's go out Saturday night,
Mhm.
I'm gonna probably be like, I haven't factored that into my mental health here. You know, you gotta really gear up. You gotta be like, okay, I'm like ready to go out. I'm ready to be around people.
Mhm.
You know, get my drink on, eat some carbs before I go out, get all my stuff done, and then like be set up.
Wow.
But if it's like 7
You sound like you're
p.m.
preparing for a meet or something. Like you're about to like.
Yeah, you got okay for
Top
me.
set's gonna be at midnight.
Just like you said. Yeah, I mean, just like you said, I'm like old. I can't hang. I cannot hang. I can't. Like maybe.
It's
2
crazy
weeks-
because like you used to be the one that pushed me.
I know.
Because I was like, I'm done, and you're like, no, let's go, let's keep on going, let's keep on going. I'm fucking running down PB and shit, chasing your ass.
So, literally running down alleys, jumping fences, almost breaking my arm.
Yeah.
and then jumping in his car, screaming, "Go, go, go!"
What
And then
happened?
him screaming, "What happened? What happened?" And I'm like, "Just go!" It was a great night. Anyway, for me, I have it calculated. So it's either 3 drinks of like alcohol, so 3 mixed drinks, 3 cocktails,
Mhm.
and I'm done, or it's 4 beers and I'm done. Yeah, I know. But back in the day, it would be like,
I'm out drinking and I'll drive home.
yep, beer, and then Long Island iced tea, and then Jack and Coke, and another beer, and then sparkling wine for the ladies, and then all this stuff, and then look at
Sparkling wine.
I don't buy the bars that don't sell white wine. You like that, right?
Get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with you, man? No. But speaking about bars.
Yes, are you gonna follow up with that?
I was waiting for you to drop it because I heard like that whole sip too. Like,
Speaking-
that sounded so delicious.
I can hear that slurp. It's like. So, if you listen in on HD right now,
Can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
No, clear it out. It's been good lately.
So speaking of bars, what the hell were you gonna say?
Big things, guys. We got our first live podcast.
Yep.
So you're hearing this, got the exclusive. We haven't posted it on the gram. Give you a teaser, but
That's cool.
July. Let me pull out my exact
23rd.
date. Is it the 23rd?
Yeah, 23rd.
What day is that?
That's a Tuesday, so it's Taco Tuesday. So we won't throw the location yet. We'll throw it a week before.
Should be so much fun though.
But it's Taco Tuesday at a place that we can have tacos. And Roy will be there at the bar. Jim will
I
be
will
at
be
the
there.
bar. We'll be co-hosting a live podcast. And we'll be eating the food too. So you'll be hearing a lot of HD.
Oh my
slipping and
god, I
slipping
didn't
in
even think of that. Oh,
How's that taco?
for all those people who hate the sound of chewing, just
We'll be doing
don't
it.
even tune in.
Or maybe just watch the video because we'll have Ricky over too. Ricky will record it. So
Oh, fresh, Ricky Media?
yeah. So we'll
Damn.
have all that out there. So
Riding around the city where it's litty.
this is a good direction, you know,
Counting hundreds, counting
something
fifties.
different.
I like bitches with
Wait,
big
so
titties.
how did that opportunity come about?
I took a picture somewhere.
With my dick.
That restaurant wanted to post it on their page. They said,
For
hey,
all you can eat meat.
could we repost this on our page?
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, go ahead, but can you actually tag my podcast?
Right.
So I threw it out there that I actually have that we have a podcast. So they said, okay, sure, no problem. So they tagged the podcast instead of me. I was like, I don't want the credit, like all.
No cap.
I just want the podcast to get out there. So
Right.
that happened like months ago. And then later on, that person, whoever handles their Instagram, reached out to me like, hey, I got a great idea. We could do this, be on the podcast live and stuff.
I'm having so much fun right now.
So I shot that at Joey. Joey's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, free food.
That is not the main motivator. The main motivator is opening up different segments of the podcast to branch out and make ourselves more versatile.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, you like that?
I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh my gosh. Cut!
Get ready for the slurp.
Cut. So, something happened in the news in regards to
In the news.
national sports.
Yeah. What happened?
Today is Wednesday. That means that if you're listening, yesterday on Tuesday,
Wednesday, July 3rd.
today's the 3rd. Yesterday on Tuesday, the 2nd, the women's national soccer team just beat England in a 2-1 defeat to advance to the World Cup Women's Finals. Right? Yeah, you slip away. Anyway, so the team captain, Megan Rapinoe,
A beast.
she's been on the team forever. She's been to multiple World Cups.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Doesn't age. Looks the same.
looks the same. She's the team captain. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but she's a pretty big deal.
Right.
Pretty big deal. You know, when asked by a news source if she was excited to visit the White House,
Mm-hmm.
her response was sarcastic, and she said, "I'm not going to the effing White House."
Yeah.
All right. From there, that sparked a whole bunch of controversy because, of course, our commander-in-chief, Trump, got involved and made it a personal vendetta to publicly war with Megan Rapinoe, the captain of the
team.
United States women's soccer team.
He sure picks his battles, huh? Sure does. And then, who is she actually going out with?
The Seattle Sonics, what's her name? I think her name is Sue. Yeah. Yep.
So just two big heads in their sport, in their significant sport. You know, you got WNBA.
Yeah,
and then,
Seattle just won the finals.
mm-hmm.
Seattle's the world champion right now
Right.
of the WNBA. And we're advancing to the finals of the World Cup in women's soccer.
Yeah.
Just like you said, two major influences
Yeah.
on more than half of the population of women, right? Like women make up more than half of the population.
Yeah.
They're two of the largest athletes in the world.
Yeah. Big things.
Big things, big influences, people that children look up to.
Yeah.
I gotta say, children aren't focused on politics too much, they're focused on sports.
Right.
So when you ask them like, hey, who's your idol? It's always like a sports person like LeBron James,
Right.
Tom Brady, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine the influence that these two people have,
Yeah.
right? Their political views, because they're together, they're gay,
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna be left-wing progressive.
Yeah. Super writes an article, talks about this more in detail. Yeah, it's great.
It was-
The title was like, "The President Hates My Fucking
Effing girlfriend, yeah. Yeah, so that being said, I don't know if you guys know, but Rapinoe was one of the first people to kneel after Kaepernick did, right? Like, she did it the day after, and Kaepernick's doing it for police brutality against African Americans. Megan's doing it for institutionalized discrimination against LGBT people. So two different causes, the same sort of peaceful protest of just taking a knee. Doesn't want to visit the White House, just like any other sports team recently doesn't want to visit the White House.
Yeah.
It's a big deal because she's a woman and she's gay.
Mhm.
That being said, that shitty thing being said, first off, do you guys have any comments on that?
Roy, did you even know about this?
I didn't until now. I'm just soaking it all.
It was trending on Twitter today.
No, didn't.
So taking this all in, right? Tomorrow is Independence Day.
Yeah.
What it
The land of the free,
historically, what it historically represents is the United States' separation from being a British colony and establishing its own independence.
See. But
Is there some sort of connect here, right? Like, is this in really great timing to be a metaphor about whose independence we're celebrating?
I don't know. I was just like.
All right, well, I'm just gonna be straight up.
Yeah.
Roy, you're a minority. You're,
Yes.
yep.
Mhm.
Do you feel like you can celebrate independence the same way?
Mhm.
No,
Why not?
just not enough. Like privilege wise, just not. I don't know.
Okay.
There's.
I think we all just take it off I think as a minority, we just take it as a day off of work.
Yeah.
We don't take it as a.
Antonio,
Yeah.
you're Mexican.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, sí, señor. Do you feel like you can celebrate Independence Day tomorrow the same way as other people?
I would like to, but no. Just because of everything that's gone on and everything I know that has gone on.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, you see the big meaning in it and you know, like, hey, it's a big deal. But you also see what the backdoor stuff that's been going on and that everyone that I know has suffered.
Yeah.
So, in a way, no. I would want to, though. Like, I'm fully like, hey, I'm American. Yes, I should celebrate this. But you also know what actually happens and still happens right now. So, it's a tough.
What you got, man?
Nope, I'm just. I have nothing to say. Honestly.
What do you think? Joe?
What do I think? I think that if you celebrate the historical significance of July 4th, 1776, when Thomas Jefferson
Yeah.
wrote the Declaration of Independence, declared it Independence Day,
Yeah.
right? Historically, really, really awesome day. It gave birth to the greatest nation in the world.
Right. History-wise. So if you're thinking about history, obviously, yeah. But if you're thinking about current time, then that kind of puts a little sting on the beat.
If I'm being completely honest,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's free.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's free.
Okay.
You know, I think that a lot of the civilian authority, also known as the municipal police departments,
Yeah.
have been oppressing citizens and abusing their authority for a while.
Right.
Which is weird because I want to be a cop,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to be that cop.
That figure.
I want to
have
be
that portrayed.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, we really exercise our, I guess, military dominance
Right.
over the world.
Yeah. The flex is real.
Okay, so in 200 and something years since our independence was declared, I feel like we've turned into the thing that we fought against.
Yeah. Okay.
And we've imposed our will, our taxes, our military, and subjugated people all over the world
Mm-hmm.
the way that the original founding fathers were also subjugated.
Yeah. It's safe to say the core, though, still believes in that, but it's just the people that are in charge.
Historically, it's awesome.
Yeah. The core. It's just that historically it was the core.
It's awesome. Like, I love this country. I
Yeah.
love the United States of America. I love its idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah. People still want to come here, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't.
Uh-huh.
You know, besides this in Mexico, I'll be here.
Sure. You know, I hate its execution.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I hate that politics have become so wrapped up in bureaucracy and
Power
red
trip.
tape. I hate that there's legislation passed that affects certain groups of people
Yeah.
and not across the board. I hate that the civilian voice and the citizen's voice
Not loud enough.
is not loud enough, and a lot of the population aspects don't come into play with the popular vote,
Yeah.
right? It's all about the collegiate, right, or the
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, and then just like you said, do people take 1, 2, 2.5 minutes out of July 4th to reflect and say, wow, today I'm celebrating like the independence of a nation and I'm really thankful for the opportunity? No, man. They just dress up in a bunch of crazy red, white, and blue shit, and then they get pissed drunk and they eat some hot dogs and watch some explosions in the sky, man.
It's just the same thing. Like, I don't think it's the same as Cinco de Mayo, but it's like kind of the same thing. It's a big party for us.
One more rant, and then I want to change subjects.
Right.
Because this has been a fun podcast so far.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let you know that with the federal budget going around, a lot of things have closed, a lot of things have lost funding, and people have been screwed.
Right.
For some way, because this is his last 4th of July as the acting president, right?
For now.
Donald Trump was able to reallocate $2.5 million from the Parks and Rec Federal Service
Mm-hmm.
to hold a grand 4th of July celebration
The White House.
at the White House.
What?
Why not?
And like it's currently being set up.
Thing.
He was able to allocate $2.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 20 people's salaries that could be on like the federal Parks and Wildlife Department that is currently shutting down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like unreal, but he wants to have this great celebration of fireworks and rocketeers and shit like that, and it's just insane, man.
It kind of goes back to like people just on everything want to portray a better picture. So he wants to portray a better picture with this big show, this big bang,
Yeah.
and not show you the core. Like our parks are suffering because of this or other stuff that needs this funding, but instead he'll allocate it there that way. Like when you have that pair of shoes that you want, but you should actually probably think about paying these bills because now
Yeah.
move forward with these shoes.
I just like think it's so funny. Recently, this was earlier this year, but the Parks and Rec Department for the federal parks
Mm-hmm.
was cut, and national parks were closed for a week plus.
Yeah, they had volunteers running it.
They had volunteers running it, but volunteers have a 9 to 5. They can't always be there. Joshua Tree
Or retired people were running it.
was incredibly vandalized, and the iconic Joshua trees
Mm-hmm.
were cut down.
On your line.
Like, and then the specialized cacti were cut down.
Yeah.
And people made their own roads using 4x4 vehicles
Boom. Right, you're right.
and destroyed
Yeah, that
a
happened
lot of
close,
the.
close nearby here too. It's not. It's the opposite side of Three Sisters. So whatever other I've been to it too, I don't remember. And it happened to that part that now when they got funding and they actually have two people standing there asking for your permit, just so they can get paid. Like you have to get a permit to go on here because people were vandalizing that hike too.
It's insane.
So it's happening nationwide, and it's weird because like you never thought of that because you think when you're growing up, you think a national park is just always going to be green and sunshine and beautiful, and then you go to these facilities and they have to tell you all these rules now because they're afraid of it being
People
vandalized.
suck, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. People suck and technology is too advanced for a lot of people's pea brains and they take advantage of situations. I don't
Well,
know.
it's like you don't see nobody there, so I can do whatever I want. I'm a freelance. So, it's,
Just because you could doesn't mean you should.
no, of course not.
Right, Roy?
Or it's like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Roy took one shot to the head of tequila and now he's messed up.
I'm not messed up. I'm just taking this all in.
I'm just chilling here, man.
I'm just taking it all in.
We're always gonna say some great things coming up, bro. He's gonna-
I just like one day I
He's
want
gonna
Roy to
bless
have a
us.
podcast takeover and I don't want to be here for it. I want to listen to it. I'm gonna be like,
Why?
why?
He would have his own podcast if you wanted to do that.
It would be called Roy's World. I'm Roy.
You want to do everybody's intro. Lil Corno on the beat. Drop it like it's hot, Lil Corno. We got corn on the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwback, by the way, to like the whole 21 Savage being investigated by ICE, and then that meme coming out that was like, we got London on the track, and then ICE busted down.
He's slowly coming back around like nobody even knows that this happened and everybody's ignoring it too.
That's like my favorite meme of all time.
She took a picture of your face just like, oh,
shit.
excited.
Oh my god, I remember when I found that. I think I like showed it to you at work, right?
Oh yeah, at lunch. and
Yeah,
just
oh my
cracking up laughing.
god. It was so
Busting up.
specific. Yeah, it was great. That's great.
Hey, find it, send it to me. That's what I'll do that.
Yeah, we got
Episode 61 right there.
there was something else I want to talk about, right?
You said you want to talk something about something you didn't mention talking.
Oh no. We already did.
Oh, we did?
Cheeto corn dog.
Oh, okay. There we go. That was it.
Other than that, I think that because we talked about the subject of friendship, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how once you make a positive adjustment in your life, like getting a new job,
Yeah.
it's funny how people who were your friend when you were at your
Low?
low
Mm-hmm.
are not your friend when you're at your high.
I'm still your friend.
Not
I'm
you.
still your friend. What the hell?
Not you.
I'm joking.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to see you, if you level up in a way or you move up from them, they just like, oh, so what the hell, we're not cool no more?
That's like so funny to me because somebody who I used to work with got a way better job than anybody even expected,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't be happier for her.
Yeah, but that's your type of personality. But there's personalities out there that like, damn, like, I wish him nothing but the best, or I wish him that he drops down and
Bust down, Tatiana.
yeah, just
You know, it's just crazy to me, man. Especially like how people will try to like inhibit your current success right now, especially if you have to work, you know, with that person because it's sort of related field.
yeah. Or
It's
have
just
like
crazy.
that interaction stuff.
Yeah, I've been like going through that a little bit. I feel like every episode I'm going through something. Every week is a new battle. What do you think, Roy?
Like, challenge. Yeah. You know what's gonna be happening? What's gonna be better? It's like you get closer to your birthday, you start going out, and you start going through that shit. Ooh.
And then
Those
it'll
are
be like,
those are gonna be good episodes.
and then it's gonna be like, the first one's gonna be like, oh damn man, I went out this weekend, it was crazy, and then the next episode is gonna be like, I went out this weekend, and then I just, you
And
know,
it was crazy.
I was there for like 2 hours, I went home, and then the next episode is gonna be like, I like drove to the bar, and then I turned around and drove home, and then it's gonna be
We did that in Vegas. We went all the way to the bar, to the club, and went back around.
Why?
No, too much shots at the hotel. It wasn't me. Oh, so Joey texted me, Roy, says like, are you alive?
Yeah.
You okay?
He went quiet for a minute.
When was this?
When I was in Vegas, like he like randomly texted me, like he said, are you still okay? Are you alive? I'm like, yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
His Instagram went quiet. He wasn't texting me. No Snapchats. Like for a good half a day or so.
I got T-Mobile. I got horrible service.
I was like, all right, something happened because I know, like, god damn, is that ice at the door? So I know, like, Tony's the sweetest guy in the world, but after a certain number of drinks, he kind of becomes like super protective.
Yeah.
And his first instinct, if anything, like let's say that he was having a great time, and like somebody bumped into Jen, or somebody was like doing something.
Well, that
crazy.
actually happened.
I almost got a fight.
That actually happened.
Tony's first instinct, and I can tell you this from personal experience, is to fight. Which is fine, because like that's like my 1.5, like I'll give it half of a chat and then I'll just fight. But yours is no talk, just fight, which is great. I admire that about you. But it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
You know how they say like only 8% of the population will actually fight if prompted to fight.
Oh yeah, because you step back, you're like, you lucky he's holding me back. You lucky he's holding me back.
Yeah.
And nobody's holding you back.
Like Tony's that 8%.
You're like, your girl's here. I don't want to beat you up.
I'm like part of the 10% that's like the 1.5. Like I'll be like, bro, like just chill out. And then if he doesn't chill out, then I'm like, why? And then it's But
yeah, I took it easy. I know that's the type of person I am. And actually a scenario happened. We're at the nightclub, sorry. And the girls went to go get a drink. Jen and her friends went to go get a drink. And then Jen comes back and tells me what happened. That a guy was like all up on him basically, like just being a perv and not letting them go and just rubbing up on them type of feels.
I got held back.
And
So
Jen
I was
got
gonna fight someone until I got held back.
You were gonna fight a guy?
Yeah.
Good for you.
And then she comes and tells me, and then she held me back. Like I'm gonna
Oh,
stop.
yeah, I don't want him to
I was like, yo, you just told me to start. Like I gotta go.
I'm
see
all
what's
for
up.
it. Like I am not a sexist, so I will fight a girl too.
It's like a 40-year-old guy that's sitting in the front of the bar, has nobody with his friends. So it's like it's already that creep that had no friends. He's just there trying to seek what girl he can take away, or just like what beat he can get into. So he has no backup. So you already know that one hit or one little push, this guy's gonna be on the floor just because he's intoxicated. So it was done so, bro. And then he proceeds to come and we have our own little circle. He comes around our circle and is hanging around us. Like no big deal. Like so then Jen's just still looking at me like something's gonna happen. I'm like, I was just waiting for him to like come over here and just show him the door. But I wasn't like I was gonna start anything, but I was just gonna gently just like, hey, you gotta go, you gotta get out of here.
Roy, have you ever been in a fist fight before?
No. No. Only when I was little.
Yeah, talking to the mic like you mean it.
When I was little, like maybe 5 or 6. That's the last time I've been in a fist fight.
When's the last fist fight?
I wish I can hear what Roy said, but he's not even talking in the mic.
Fist fight. I got into a fist fight like when I was 5 years old.
I'm just imagining myself listening on my headphones when this
At
releases
5 a.m.
and just being like, why didn't Roy speak into the mic?
Sorry. Closer.
Hey,
There you go. Put it in your mouth. Yeah.
in your mouth. It's a corn dog. It's little corn on the beat.
When was the last time that I got into a fight? What was it like? 2014 or 2015?
We don't. You shouldn't. Violence is not the answer. But there's been a situation. We don't seek it. So that's the crazy thing. Like Joey and I know, like we don't seek the violence. We're just here having a good time. And if somebody says something or bumps it the wrong way, then obviously you're both intoxicated, have a little bit to drink, and they look at you sideways, and you're gonna say something.
I'm just gonna disagree with violence is not the answer. I feel like it's a very like case to case basis. Okay, if somebody's just pissed, drunk, falling over, talking shit, because people do that in the gas lamp, then just keep walking, bro. Keep walking. Like that's fine. Let them talk. Like just walk. That's fine. But if somebody is, really asking for it, or if somebody's like touching your girl, or if somebody's being inappropriate, or if somebody, yeah, man. I mean,
It's going down. You mean them all?
I mean, meet me in the trap. Anywhere you meet me.
Just do it outside. Don't do it in the club.
Hey, we real around here. You ain't gonna make it outside.
Ooh. Someone's right now is like,
Fake Roy's hollering, take it outside. We real around here. You ain't gonna make it outside.
Lil Corno might not make it after his first one hit wonder. What happened to that boy?
That's my EP right
What
there.
happened to that boy? Oh,
Jesus
broke it down.
Christ.
It's over. Look at me.
On that, let's just go ahead and wrap up the episode.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, 4th of July has passed, so we hope that you all were safe. Don't drink and drive.
Uber.
Yeah. Lyft, or
Don't
just
make it your last
call
4th of
Roy.
July.
All right, Roy is giving out free rides. His phone number is 619
235
8004.
Hey, Mike Jones up on the low.
679 1212.
Okay, Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
87 triple
Kiss me
eight
through the
one.
phone.
Yeah.
See
Damn.
you home.
Wasn't Mike Jones did that first though?
Yeah.
Okay.
800. Yeah.
Mike Jones
Back
up on
then
the
they
low.
didn't want me.
Mike Jones
Now
up.
Roy's hot. They all want me. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Sorry for that week delay, but we're trying to actually be ahead and not be the day before our podcast.
Yeah,
So
and
hopefully
plus
we get a
like
little-
we're just kind of having fun with it. You
Yeah.
know, if anything, we might even release this tomorrow. We might even release it on Friday.
Oh, you're crazy. You are crazy now. You
All-
crazy boy.
The people need the content.
Oh yeah, the boy. Is it good feedback on the last episode?
Oh, we did?
We got some good lessons.
What was the last episode about? Just kidding.
Oh,
I listen to my own podcast.
And Joey's the type of person to listen to his own podcast and like text me at 5 a.m. and be like, hey, so. Alright, how's it going?
I think after, no, I mean, you are your own worst critic. So,
I hate listening to it. I hate it.
Really?
With a passion. Like, I wish I could like actually listen to it and actually
See,
break
that's
little
me
clips,
too.
but I can't because I just hate hearing my voice. Or it's just like I should have said this.
yeah, one of these days though, we'll probably like re-up and like do some cuts and edits, add some sounds, you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah, if anybody knows an engineer that wants to hop on,
Until then, this is
Right,
the Nothing
yeah.
to Lose podcast.
but raw edit, no cuts, all chasers,
All chasers,
slippery.
no cap. I'm Joey.
I'm Tony.
And I'm Roy.
And thanks for listening to another episode of Nothing Lose Podcast.
Where can
Make
they
sure
find
to
us?
follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Nothing Lose Podcast, and on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, rate us, give us a 5-star rating, tell a friend, tell your coworker, don't tell Joey's mom.
Don't tell my mother.
And it's available on Spotify as well, Google Play,
Yeah.
and any other major.
Yes,
platform.
SoundCloud, Lil Corno.
Oh, YouTube too. YouTube, subscribe. Go watch it if you don't like listening it.
SoundCloud, Lil Corn Dog.
And Little Corn Dog will be on Twitter too. Ranting away.
But wait, is it, let's spell it out little or is it a little like little baby?
Yeah, it's like Lil Bega. Wham, wham, wham. Bitch, I'm Lil Corn Dog. Yeah.
He's like, on that note, love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Wham, wham,
I feel like that was a good episode. What do you guys feel?
Oh my god.
It's good, man.
It's good, dog.
Oh.
Wham. That shit completely fell. Another one? Oh, fuck. They're all breaking.
Baby, you know that I miss you, and I wanna kiss you, but I can't right now, baby girl, and that's the issue.